Hello everybody, I'm Youngmin Lee. I am so sorry I was talking for over 5 minutes in my own website. Um, I practiced all morning on my page and I accidentally was keep going on my site. So I'm here on Acta's page, I think. If you can see me, please comment me so I can see who is here, and I am going to start. Okay, Jennifer is saying hello, and thank you, Jennifer, for letting me know that I was in different place. So I'm glad that I found the right room so I can start. Hello, everybody. My name is Youngmin Lee. I'm a recipient of a 2019 ACTA's apprenticeship program, and I was working as a master artist with my apprentice, Steph Ryu, and we studied bojagi for over 6 months. And Steph was paper artist, book artist, and I usually work with textiles. So it was really good opportunity to learn and share and teach all at the same time, and it was wonderful experience. And I hope you are all well during this difficult time. The weather is really nice out there, but we cannot do a normal life as we used to do, but staying at home and keep flattening curve is most important thing for now. So let's talk about bojagi, which is I do as my art form. And bojagi is Korean wrapping cloth. Bojagi was used for wrapping, covering, carrying, and storing things. So sometimes you can see the covering bojagi with handle in the middle. And this is how I wrap my extra fabric with my bojagi. And this is how I wrap my present or sometimes letter to someone who is very special. And I brought a lot of materials and samples with me, so I will move here and there to share what I prepared today. And many of you don't know what bojagi is. Bojagi is wrapping cloth, and it's old Korean tradition that people were using. And sometimes you can see whole cloth bojagi. Sometimes you can see patchwork bojagi, like you can see from the back of my room. And patchwork bojagi is called jogakbo. Jogak is a piece. So jogakbo is patchwork or pieced bojagi. And this came from fabric recycle. Whenever they have leftover fabric, they saved and then put pieces together to make something useful and beautiful at the same time. So I think it's very good idea of recycling leftovers. And while people were stitching and making bojagi, each stitches were wish for someone's happiness. So their good wishes for well-being is imbued on bojagi. So it's a great idea of wishing someone's happiness and at the same time get your own peace of mind. If you have any comment or question, let me know. I keep looking at the comment page and I will keep doing what I prepared. So talking about bojagi making, I have 7 friends. Actually, Korean story has talking about these 7 friends. And here's my sewing basket. And I have a needle and threads and ruler in this case, and pair of scissors in this case, and I also have a big one in here too, and iron and small iron that you can press the small space or sharp corners. And the seventh one, the last one, is my thimble. So these are 7 friends of women in women's quarter, and the story was about these 7 friends were arguing while the lady was taking a nap. Who is the best friend and who works the best, or the most important role? But I think these are all important. So I start with these 7 friends story all the time. And I have a question. What is your most trusted tool in the studio? So those 7 friends are my essential friends. And since we live in 21st century, I got, excuse me, I got some new friends, which is rotary cutter. Quilters know how important this is, and marker or bone folder or hair marker that I can score the crease line, and small threader that I can thread needle. These are my new friends. And talking about bojagi, there are some very special techniques of making bojagi. So I will talk about stitching techniques first, and then I will show you a couple more bojagis that I prepared. The most important stitching technique is 감침질. 감침질 is whip stitch. So you put 2 pieces of fabrics together and stitch on top, and you can see the back effect just like this. So 감침질 is most commonly used stitch technique for bojagi making. And 상침질 is 3 consecutive back stitches. So I will show you some examples on my bojagi later. And running stitch also is used for bojagi making too. And when you see the back or front of the fabric, you can see how the seam was finished. So this is hosol. I used running stitch and then moved 2 raw ends, seam allowances to one direction. This is called hosol. And tongsol is another technique, and you can think about French seam. So you can finish the seam into one direction. And samsol is the most important for me because I love to use this technique. And samsol is compared as flat fell seam in Western stitching technique. So front and back are the same, and you can see 2 lines of whip stitches. And there is no front and back. I mean, front and back are the same. So as you can see from my bojagi, I use samsol technique a lot of time. And this is great to make one layer, single layer bojagi. And this was done with Rami fabric, and this is done with silk fabric. So it's exactly the same technique, but slightly different finish look. And there are some variations of doing samsol by using whip stitch and running stitch. And This is another sample. So you can make 3 different variations by mixing running stitch and whip stitch. And this is another great technique called gojibgi. Gojibgi is a pinching technique, and I prepared one example that I used the gojibgi technique. And this is geki. Geki is also called gopsol, and you stitch one line 3 times to make really fine finish stitch like this. And this is done by hand, and this is done by sewing machine. And this one is, oh, Linda just asked me, how do I join Bojagi Talk Live? Come to Alliance for California Traditional Art page, and I'm doing live right now. And this is Yeojumun. Some people know it as a cathedral window. This technique requires a lot of folding, just like a folding paper. When you have 1 by 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter square or scrap of fabric, you still can use it to make decorative jashi, pine nut decoration. And this was used for children's clothing decoration. So brief talk about techniques, and I do have DVD that teaches all the techniques and some sample works. This is my DVD that I made 7 years ago. It's been a while, and some great tips are in here. If you are more curious about my DVD or how to do this bojagi construction, then visit my website, that I will talk about it later. And let's go back to bojagi. So I was showing you wrapped bojagi and covering bojagi and gift wrap bojagi in here. Bojagi can have more than one name. So if, for example, the one in the back, this one, the blue one, this one can be jogakbo, and it can be, it is hung and decorated, decorate my wall. So I would say 벽가리개, or window covering bojagi. And the material is, material is a silk and paper blend fabric. So I would call it 한지 비단 조각 bojagi. So 한지 비단, that is material, and 조각 is how it was constructed, and bojagi. Let's move on to different ones. This one is my silk bojagi, silk jogakbo, that I made for my one of my workshop, and you can see lots of colors and small pieces of silk fabrics were used for bojagi making. And this one is my mochi Raimi lotus leaf covering. As you can see, I used the Raimi mochi as my material, and I used the pinching technique gojibgi, and I added something in the middle so I can use it for covering bojagi. And this is exactly the same one, but different material. I used sambe, hemp, instead of Raimi. And here is my another bojagi. It looks very similar to log cabin. Koreans consider this as rainbow bojagi because it has a repetition of lines. This one is cathedral window, Yeojumun bojagi, that I used very traditional techniques. So everything was folded 1, 2, 3, 4, and fold over, and 1, 2, 3, 4, fold over, and stitch it with small tiny squares inside to get this shape. And this one is work in progress bojagi that I am still working on. I am using hand dyed Rami material and keep adding to make bigger bojagi. And a lot of times people ask me about how do you construct the bojagi? Do you design ahead of time, or do you just go by intuitively construct? And I do both, but most I like to do put two pieces of fabrics together and expand from there. And it is very organic process of making it. Now I have more materials in here. Since we cannot go outside for over 4 weeks, and we need face masks for people who are working in front line and servicing people, I started making some face masks, and I got some great patterns online. So I started with very flat design mask in here, and then I moved on to more fitted design mask. I was able to get some elastic, so I made some with elastic and some with a strap. And I've been donating these masks to people around me, to the clinics and the people who are working for us, and for some friends and family. And one day, my apprentice, Steph Ryu, sent me a picture of something very interesting, which is this type of face mask. And it is flat. It can be flat like this when you're not using it, but you can open it and use it. And this reminds me of very traditional Korean jumani pouch in here. These are called the gui jumani because it has 1, 2 ears on each side. So Korean people used this jumani pouch to put small things and then fasten it and carry it like this. So I see the great resemblance between this mask and this jumani. So I was curious about how to construct this. So if you are curious about how to make this, I can teach you how. It is great because it doesn't require much cutting or elaborate patterns. You start with big piece of fabric, fold into half, and then put a little bit of line, which I did on my fabric in here, and I stitch it with a different color so you can see. And then you don't have to trim anything. After you stitch 1, 2, 3, 4 corners and the bottom, then you turn, where is my mask? Inside out, here. You turn inside out to make a shape like this and fold, fold, and then attach elastics on each side, fold into half, take out the part, and then press it. When you wear it, you can open it like this and then put it on your face and wear it like this. So it is very simple to make, and it has very similar look of a Korean bijumani. So I think I will make this mask for a while. And talking about those bijumani, Stefan and I made lots of them last year when we were preparing for the exhibit at the Consul General of Korea in San Francisco. We had a great chance to have an exhibit over there, and then we talked about our program and how we learn and share the tradition with people. We made many different colors and types of guijumani with the same size. Some are made with paper and a little bit of silk and silk fabric, and I lined and then I put the opening part with paper like this. And this is another one made out of silk and paper. And I had so much fun. I think we made 70 of them and then made into a big installation. And this year I'm working on textile teaching material, and I decide to make more with different types of fabrics. So this is Yeonhwamun Dan, that means lotus patterned thick silk. And this one is Mumyeong, it's Korean hand woven silk, no, hand woven cotton, sorry. And this is Hanji, and Hanji is Korean mulberry paper. Hanji and silk blend fabric. And this one is Jangjidan, it's a patterned silk fabric. And I was having so much fun making with different materials such as hemp. I decided to make something smaller. So these are my small guijumani that I used indigo dyed cotton and silk fabric, and I stuffed with lavender. So it actually smells good, and you can use it for your closet or just put it somewhere to keep the lavender smell. So I was having so much fun with jumani like this. And you might want to know about what jumani is. Jumani is Korean pouch that some has those 2 ears and some has round shape like this. In Korean culture, Korean clothing didn't have pocket in old days, so carrying some kind of jumani is very convenient and is essential. So I made some jumani like this. And talking about my own work, I do some traditional works like I showed you before. And sometimes I want to create my own design and my own style of bojagi. So after I saw an exhibit at the Asian Art Museum in San Francisco, I was really inspired by mother of pearl lacquerware. So I made bojagi that shows the iridescent effect of those mother of pearl lacquerware. And I'm having so much fun making more and more of different types. And this is another piece that I made, and it's really fun to construct. Lots of folded squares and stitch over to make yoijumun like this. And bojagi was used for everyday life in Korea, everyday to wrap things and cover things and carry things. And sometimes it was used for special occasions like weddings. And this is my one of my wedding bojagi that I got for my own wedding. And here's another one. And I'd like to share what I have in here. So before people get married, exchanging persons saju is very important. Saju is 4 pillars of some um, individual, and that means the birth year and month and a day and a time. And Korean people believed that will destine some people's destiny. So it is very important to exchange their saju before you get married. So my parents and my parents-in-law tried to follow that old tradition. So this bojagi was carrying this letter from my father-in-law that carries my husband's 4 pillars and the letter of asking for this marriage, like this. So after my parents got this letter and 4 pillar, my father practiced and he wrote a reply in this bojagi, which has auspicious embroidery was on top, and it even has some letters, 100 years of happy marriage. And I think I already opened it. Here is my father's reply to my father-in-law. And then my parents chose the good date for a wedding. So here's another letter that shows the date. So we got to marry in 20 some years ago. And I think our parents' effort to keep tradition gave us really good impression because we were not used to it, but they really tried hard to keep the tradition for their children, and I think I will do for my children too. So bojagi was used for weddings like this, and yeah, it's about simple brief talk about bojagi and what I do. and what I did during this difficult time. So I hope you keep yourself well and healthy and safe until we all get through this hard time. And I really appreciate ACTA's support to artists. So if you want to support ACTA, please visit ACTA's website and give a comment what they've been done, and they they've been doing a great job to supporting traditional art, and I was very happy to be a part of that community. So this is a small thing that I can share with you, and have a great Friday afternoon and weekend, and I hope to see you again sometime soon. Thank you, and this was Youngmin Lee. And if you want to see more resource that I was talking about today, including masks, please visit my website. My website is my name, youngminlee.com, and I will post some patterns and how-tos for mask making. And if I have more time, I will put some how-to of Kuichu money too. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.